We're building this 22 JL to run these new 38-inch Nitto Ridge Grappler on fuel covert beadlocks. Follow along, it's gonna be sick. The Nitto Ridge Grappler is one of my favorite tires. It's classified as a hybrid because it can do everything extremely well. I use them on my JK to wheel around and daily drive. They work incredibly. This tire right here is the brand new, just released 38 1250 17 Nitto Ridge Grappler. As you can see, it is huge. A little bit bigger than a 37, but not a full commit to a 39 or a 40. It really fills a lot of voids in the perfect size tire for your built JL or even JK. The 38 1250 17 is pretty unique, and I think the designers had the JL and JK and Gladiator in mind when they released this tire. We have this tire mounted on a fuel covert beadlocks. We did a little bit of custom paint work to the beadlock ring and had it painted in a granite crystal color. One thing we do that when we mount these things all up is we use plenty anti-seize on all of the beadlock ring bolts. That way when you've got to change tires, they come out relatively easy. I can't wait to see this size tire on that Jeep. Of course, the right wheel and tire always makes every build. We've got a 2022 JL Rubicon two-door on the rack behind me, and this thing is getting prepped to be a very, very capable weekend wheeler and daily driver vehicle. The owner wants a vehicle that he can wheel in the most difficult places, all over the place, and something he can drive to and from work every single day. And that is exactly what is going on behind me. We've started off with a 513 Regear. We're stuffing the diffs with 513 gears because we're using these awesome new 38-inch Nitto Ridge Grapplers. The whole undercarriage is completely skidded with Metalcloak skids. This guy is definitely gonna use this thing hard on the rocks. One thing I really like about the Regear, we put Metalcloak diff covers on. It's pretty unique because they incorporate a skid plate that nestles right into the bottom of that and bolts on just like that to keep the hole underneath of those differentials clean, hopefully damage-free. While we have the front axle apart, we are installing RCV axle shafts. With the installation of those RCV axle shafts, we are going to delete the central axle disconnect and put a solid shaft in here. Hopefully it's gonna make for a super, super burly front axle. Next, let's talk about suspension. If you're building an ultimate vehicle to spend a lot of time on the trail, then you should look no further than Metalcloak's 3.5-inch Game Changer kit. That's what's going on behind me right now. This kit is composed of upper and lower control arms with their big beefy Duraflex joints. I really like that this time we've installed their steering. It is massive. Not gonna bend super easily. It comes with a drag link, which is the upper one, a tie rod, and a slick little billet steering stabilizer mount. Of course, this is the track bar right here, and that's in there to keep the axle centered under the vehicle. A few things that Metalcloak does that's unique, specifically with this kit, are these front outboard shock brackets. That allows for plenty of articulation for the shock right here against the frame. We also included in this kit some coil isolators. Maybe tough to view right there, but they are in the bottom of the coil seat there. And they to help to alleviate some coil bind and bow that we see on a lot of these things. We've got all adjustable everything, so upper control arms, lower control arms, of course, track bar steering, So that really helps us to be able to get these things square and true when we're going over to the alignment rack. We've got a little more work to do over here, and then that's where we're headed next. We just wrapped up the 2022 JL two-door Rubicon, and this thing turned out absolutely sick. Being a two-door with 38-inch tall tires, it is gonna be extremely nimble, very capable on the most aggressive trails. And the nice thing about this Metalcloak 3.5-inch suspension is it's gonna drive like a dream going down the road. This truck, of course, has full Metalcloak skids, Metalcloak steering. I think it turned out absolutely awesome. Let us know what you think about this build in our comment section. Is there anything else to add? Give us your input. Also, be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We are putting out a ton of content for what happens behind the scenes here in the shop every single day. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.